All right. Hello there. Yes, came from a different way today. Surprise! Hello, welcome back to Story Time. Today is Friday. We made it to the end of another week. Friday, May 22nd, 2020. I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to get right to the story. Today's story about a boy who wanted to get a pet. I didn't know what kind of pet he wanted to get. And the pet that he ended up getting, wasn't so sure if he liked it. But it's a surprise ending. This story is called Not Norman. Not Norman, a goldfish story. If you look at the cover really quick, it looks like the boy has a fish tank for a face. Some people call him Fish Tank Face. No, not really. But it looks like he does. But he's just looking at his goldfish in there. Trying to decide if he likes it. I think the goldfish is trying to decide if he likes him too. Not Norman, a goldfish story by Kelly Bennett. The illustrator is Noah Z. Jones. So here we go. Not Norman, a goldfish story. When I got, when I got Norman, I didn't know if I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet. Not Norman. So you're gonna hear that again and again. Not Norman. He didn't want to get a goldfish. I wanted a pet who could run and chase things, or one who would climb trees and chase strings. A soft, furry pet to sleep at my bed at night. Not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and around and around and around and around and around and around. Look, and it really has all those words around there. Here he is, taking his pet goldfish for a stroll in the park. Not something you see every day. And there's kind of like the cover page, right? Just the same. He's not sure. He doesn't want them. He always looks, he sees all these dogs chasing things, chilling out with a cat there. That's the kind of pet he wanted. This is it, Norman, I decide. I'm trading you for a good pet. Norman doesn't move, not even a fin twitches. How can I trade him like this? No one will want a sorry-looking fish in a gunky bowl. No one's going to want him looking like that. When I drop Norman in his nice, clean bowl, he starts dipping and flipping and flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy, I have to laugh. Oh, that's cool. Don't think that just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you. I tell him, tomorrow, you're out of here. Norman blows a stream of bubbles. I don't know what that means. Well, that's nice. Hey, you found something nice about Norman. The next day, I take Norman to school with me. If I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe somebody will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a really cool dog and 7 puppies. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman, I ask? Who's Norman, asks Austin. My goldfish, I say. By the time I rescue Norman, half his water is gone. Oh, look what happened. His dogs are drinking the water from the bowl, but he rescues them. Oh, he's got to take good care of that goldfish. I guess he's not going to trade. I'm sorry, I tell Norman when we get to school. I'm really sorry. He just stares at me, all googly-eyed. I like that he's filling his tank in the water fountain there. That's cool. Finally, it's my turn to show and tell. Just as I start talking about goldfish, Emily shouts, Jenny's gone! Who let my snake loose? Uh-oh, she's worried. And she should be worried. I don't see that snake anywhere. Ugh. Does anyone hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone even ask to hold his bowl? No, they're all jumping and screaming and chasing the snake. Not Norman. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. So meanwhile, the class is going crazy with that loose snake, but Norman looks like he was listening, and that's nice. I think he's starting to find something nice about Norman after all. Meanwhile, his class is going nuts. That teacher. That's what I would be doing. I'd be running away. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the pet store. I take out my tuba and begin to play. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. Glug, 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 he mouths. Look, Norman's singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps Maestro, and try to play the proper notes. So it looks like Norman's singing along with them. He's getting better and better, that Norman, but he still wants to take him back. Oh, there's a snake. Look, I found a snake. He made it to music class. Maybe he wants to play an instrument. Maestro makes me stay for extra practice. By the time my lesson is over, it's too late to go to the pet store. Don't think that just because you like my music, I'm going to keep you, I tell Norman. He glugs. He glugs in response. I guess that's all fish ever do. They glug. Sometimes they do things. Well, here we go. The story says Norman's doing all kinds of things. I'm looking for that snake. I don't see him. That night, I'm sound asleep when screech, screech. What's that? It's a very dark, scary page here. Scratch, screech, screech. Yikes, there's something at the window. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spot. What's it gonna be? The story turns scary all of a sudden. It was supposed to be a happy, fun story. What does he see out of the corner of his eye? I bet it's a snake. Norman. He isn't scared. He isn't swimming around in circles either. He glugs and gives me a little wave. I'm not alone. He's not alone because he has Norman. I don't know if he really gave him a wave, but it kind of looks like he did. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It was just a broken tree branch. Thanks for watching out for me, Norman, I say. I tell Norman, oh, that's nice. There we go. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store, just like I said I would. I look at the cats and the dogs and the snakes and the birds. Please don't get a snake, buddy. I look at the hamsters and the mice and the lizards, too. They all look like good pets, but they are not Norman. So he's really kind of gotten used to Norman. He's having fun with these dogs and cats here. Good thing he's not allergic. I'm allergic to cats, that's why I can't have them. But I do have a dog. Anyway, none of them are Norman. He's gotten used to Norman. Here's the last page. When I got Norman, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could pick any pet in the whole world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. And here's the last picture. I love this picture. This is my favorite picture. So he's playing the tuba for Norman here. And Norman's glugging along. And there's a sign here that says, Norman, one amazing fish. And so he's decided to keep him. And I bet Norman's happy too. Norman seems really happy with this kid. And looks like this underwater deep sea divers waving around. I don't think that's true, but anyway. That's really cool. And here's some things about some comprehension questions. I'm not going to read those. Because you know what? Guess what? Now it's the weekend. So enjoy your pet if you have one. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Monday is Memorial Day. And so hopefully you can get outside and enjoy, but be safe. Be safe when you do. And enjoy your weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday with another story. See you later. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.